this video, I'll be doing an intro to AutoCAD 3D modeling. So when I started from a 3D template, and now I'm going to be switching my ribbon from the 2D modeling tools to the 3D modeling tools. I can use this gear at the bottom of my screen, and I'm switching from drafting and annotating to 3D modeling. You'll see on the Home tab of the ribbon, we have modeling tools, solid editing. We still have our AutoCAD draw tools and modify tools. I'm not going to get through all of this in this short video, but you'll get to see a few tools from the ribbon. So first thing I'll do is I'm going to pan over a little bit. My workspace is a 3D modeling space. If you're not sure how to rotate in 3D, you can hold your Shift button, press your mouse wheel, and move your mouse. So this can rotate your work plane and your model. Another way to rotate in model space is using this ViewCube. So you can click on the edges, corners, top, all different sides of the ViewCube to rotate as needed. So I'll stick to this rotation. First thing I'll do is use this drop down to start from a solid object. I'm going to start with a box. The command line asks me to pick a first corner. I'll go ahead and click somewhere. And now I'm drawing a rectangle on the work plane. I do have options to type in a length, a width, things like that. But for this example, I will just click. Then it asks me for a height. I can also type in a height. But again, for this example, I will just click. So that is the base of the shape that I'm making. Next, I'm going to draw another rectangle on this other side here. We can use snaps. There are 2D snaps, so endpoint can still be helpful, but we also have from this menu 3D object snaps. So I can turn on 3D object snaps as well. And right now, probably vertex is the one that would be useful. So I'm going to draw another box right here. I'm going to try to snap to this corner, pull this out, snap track for that other corner, extrude upwards or lift it upwards for the height, click, and that is the start of my 3D model shape. I do want to show you how to do an extrusion, and I also want to show you there are different visual styles. Right now, this is all gray. In this upper left corner, I see that my visual style is realistic. If I click on that, there's a bunch more. I'm going to try shaded with edges. That way I can see the edges of my 3D shape. Okay. I'm going to draw a triangle shape. I'm going to move with my ViewCube to the front of the object. Notice how you can kind of see the angled sides of the object. If I go to this home button above my ViewCube and right click, right now I'm in perspective, which kind of shows things at an angle. I'm going to do parallel. So now I'm looking straight on to my shape from that front direction. So when you get to this front view, we want to draw on the front work plane. If you don't see any grid lines, you're probably not using the correct work plane. There is a way to switch your work plane through this coordinates panel. Right now, our work plane is at the top. We can switch it to the front. Now I can see the grid is on the front of the shape. And so I should be able to draw a triangle on this work plane. I'll be using polyline from this endpoint to midpoint here, midpoint here, and I'll close that shape. So now if I hold Shift and my mouse wheel and rotate, you can see that I've drawn this triangle on that front work plane. The next thing I'll do is extrude it into a solid. So on the Home tab, we have this drop down with a bunch of options. Right now I'm going to be using Extrude. It takes a 2D shape and gives it a depth or thickness. When it says select objects, I'm selecting the triangle. Enter. Then when it says specify the height of extrusion, you can type a height or you can use your cursor. I'm just going to pull it to this depth. So now I'll rotate and kind of show you my shape here. Okay. If I want to combine all of these objects into one solid, we have buttons for that as well. In the solid editing panel, there is a button here to join. They call it union. So I'm going to click the union button, select my 3 separate solids, and hit enter. So now you see some of the line work disappears. It still shows corners and edges, but where we have flush surfaces, we don't see line work anymore. Okay. So I started with some solids, I create an extrusion, I join or union those solids. Next, I'm going to talk about sweeping an object and cutting an object. So let me switch my work plane back to top. In this top work plane, I'm just going to draw a little square on the side, just using the AutoCAD rectangle button. So I'm just drawing this little square right there. That is a shape that I would like to sweep along my object. I'm going to turn on my 3D snaps using vertex. And there is also another tool that can be really useful when you're 3D modeling. It's dynamic UCS. So instead of manually selecting top work plane or front work plane, dynamic UCS can allow us to just hover over a face of the object and use that face as a work plane. So I'll be drawing a polyline that goes in all different directions. Dynamic UCS is probably going to be useful. Down here, this is the button that I'll turn on for that. I'm going to use polyline, or actually I need to use a 3D polyline. So here's 3D polyline. And I'll start at this vertex, go to the next one, down, here, here, across, and I'll even rotate to the back. This one, and I will end it right here by hitting enter. That polyline is white and my edges are white. So let me see if I can select it and change the color. I can use selection cycling and select the 3D polyline. If I right click and open properties, I can make that polyline another color to make it easier to see. There we go. Oops. I can probably change the thickness or line weight to make it, again, easier to see. I'll go with 0.3 for the line weight. If that line weight doesn't show up at the bottom of your screen, you have this button to hide or show line weight. I'm going to turn that on. Now I really can see that red polyline. All right, so my goal is to sweep this little square along that red polyline and then cut away from my solid. So from this drop down, we have sweep. I'm going to select my sweep object is this little square. Enter. Then I need to select my sweep path, which is the red polyline. And so you can see that it has taken that red square, followed the path of that polyline. Now I want to use that swept path to cut away from my larger solid. We have a button in this solid editing panel. Here is called solid subtract. So I think of it as cut, but it is called subtract. So I'll click this button. It says to select the objects. So you're selecting the objects that you want to cut away from. So that would be the larger solid. Enter. Then it says select objects. I want to pick the solid I am cutting with. Enter. And now it has cut that little square shape away from the edges that I have traced. The last thing I want to mention is how to change the material of your object. In the Visualize tab of the ribbon, there's a Materials panel and a Material Browser. When you open the Material Browser, you'll see that there are a bunch of materials down at the bottom that can be loaded into your drawing. So I want to search for a material. Let me see if they have wood. So at the top, I've searched for wood. At the bottom, I have a bunch of choices. I'm going to pick Beechwood Toast Brown, and then I'll use this arrow to load that into my project. Up here, it's loaded. Now I can click and drag it onto the solid. When I let go, you may not see it right away. It depends on your visual style. So up here, I have shaded with edges. Let me try conceptual. So this is definitely looking different. Let me try realistic. There we go. So in the realistic visual style, that's when I can see the color of the wood. CAD Masters offers online and classroom training for a variety of Autodesk software. For more information, go to www.cadmasters.com or give us a call at 925-939-1378.